Left side, KD. Lets it fly from 18. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And with Kevin Durant recovering from the Achilles injury, glad we get to see one of the all-time greats back in action.
No doubt, Greg. And KD is trying to navigate his way through one of the most difficult injuries a basketball player can face. But we know unequivocally this man will go down as one of the elite scorers in NBA history. That combination of size and shooting is truly something to behold.
LeBron, no luck.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Harris's shot is off. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Really left alone that time.
LeBron was anticipating that catch and shoot. Nicely done.
On the wing, Harris. Covered by LeBron. A nice shot by Harris. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Down low. Here's Drummond. Trying to get open. It's Davis. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
That free throw missing.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And the Nets making a change here. Green's checked in. And here's Harris from the arc. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Hits it from three-point range. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Matthews, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. And the Lakers making a change here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Second free throw, no good. Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. That one falls.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Here's Caruso. Dinwiddie covering. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Well, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And Doris, last season for Kyrie Irving, really one of waiting. No Durant on the year to play off of, and then Kyrie's season with the Nets was cut short due to injury.
Well, second surgery for Irving in the last 3 years. You obviously hope he and KD can stay healthy and try to revitalize this Nets organization. Irving is so excited about being on the court. The NBA misses him when he's not playing. Let's hope he stays healthy.
The Nets working the ball around now. Green, the pass to Claxton. And that one drops for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Lakers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. It's Kuzma penetrating. And good that time.
You can't fault the defensive effort there. At times, Kuzma's just too talented a scorer on the drive.
Dinwiddie finds Brown. And it's good for 2.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Caruso. He's covered by Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. 56 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The pass to Caruso. Five to shoot. And he lays it straight in. Caruso's got 5 now.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
Here's Caruso. He's got 5. To the middle. Here's Harrell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, there's such ferocity and energy when you're trying to contend with Montrezl Harrell. So skilled at converting through contact.
James Harden. He's checked in for the Nets. Pass to Dinwiddie. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Green against Kuzma. Pass to Caruso. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 8. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. They've got Griffin round out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And he gets it to go.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Poked loose and stolen by Harrell. Here's Caruso, defended by Griffin. And Kuzma slams it in.
And with his size and athletic ability, playing above the rim, not an issue for Kuzma.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Drummond's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Davis comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
Look at Kevin Durant, all 6'9", but what a handle. Gosh, that move was pretty.
Lakers leading by 6. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Nice shot by James.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
For 3, Harris. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
And this is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
And they double up LeBron. Davis gets a wide open look. No good on the 3. Nets trailed by 5. Here's KD, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, drop the hammer, KD. How confident is this guy at the cup?
LA has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Schroeder dishes to LeBron. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Brown. Davis, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Lakers working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Kept alive with 1 on the clock. And Drummond throws it down.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
It's oh!
My goodness.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. And he finishes nicely on the layup. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Well, I do like seeing Schroeder get to the mid-range because that shot's still an important one in today's NBA.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. It's on Dennis Schroeder. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. That's good from Irving.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And that one is good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Claxton the pass to Durant. Count that one. 10 points for KD.
I think your best option defensively is to try to keep the ball out of Durant's hands because if he's that close, he will convert.
Passes it to Caruso. Back to Schroeder. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Matthews in for Dennis Schroeder. And a change for the Nets. Green, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Dinwiddie dishes to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up throws.
The pass to Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And Matthews kicks to Caruso. It's Davis on the wing. Over Green. And that one released in time, but no good. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nets trail by 4. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
Those are the instincts of LeBron James that we're witnessing. Just terrific at sensing when the defense has left one of his guys open.
From 17 feet out, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. James has got 10 points in the game.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Lakers leading by 6. James looking it over. Irving with the steal. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Schroeder against Harris. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Drummond. 7 points in the game. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Brooklyn. The Lakers have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers. They feed off the energy of Dennis Schroeder, and when he gets these opportunities, he makes the most of them.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Lakers leading by 3. Pass to Drummond. LeBron James on the wing. Lakers working the ball around now. That one good for 2. Schroeder's got 6 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Irving against Schroeder. Goes up on the block. Green, the pass to Claxton. No good that time. Good D by Drummond. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Leading by 5. Now Irving. 18 points for him. Shoots over Schroeder. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And we know this. When Kyrie Irving starts to get going on the offensive end, he's really tough to contain. An incredible scorer because you know he can hurt you from any area of the floor.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
Brown against Caldwell Pope. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Brown.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. Matthews, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Dinwiddie's checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. James, and finished off by LeBron.
Now, LeBron James will inflict pain at the rim when he gets free like that.
Harden against Matthews. Harden outside. Over Matthews. Durant kicks to Griffin. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Harris. 6 to shoot. And here's Harden for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got 9 points.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Matthews with the steal. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Los Angeles.
Well, you respect the jump shooting, so you close tight, and Kevin Durant gets off on the dribble drive.
Tries it from 9. And no good that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Harden left side.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
LeBron's shot is good.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
The 3 from Harden connects from three-point range. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
No one hits a pull-up like the Beard. I mean, he's perfected the quick stop and pop, and that thing is a deadly shot.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Schroeder. Hits the target from 18 feet. He's got 14.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And you talk about the best ball handlers in the league. Don't forget about James Harden.
Inside, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And so it's LeBron James making... And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the point.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Bounce pass, Schroeder, and the dunk by James. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Harden the pass to Durant. Harden kicks to Irving. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Oh, Kyrie dazzling on the drive. One of the best in the league at that.
No one near James as he lets it go. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Here's Caruso. No good from outside. The Nets with the lead. Harden outside. The Lakers with the rebound. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harris against Schroeder. And the shot goes in. Schroeder's got 10 points in just the second half.
Okay, he's going to put on a clinic at the offensive end. Dennis Schroeder challenging this defense right now. So crafty.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Here's Harden. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Harden outside. Beyond the arc. They get a hand on it. Los Angeles leading by 3. Passes it to James. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with